Hey everyone, welcome to another scene in Shadows of Austin. This is going to be a scene for the Changeling venue. Today's scene is going to be taking place in Lillian's natural habitat. No, I'm not referring to a basement that spiders typically live in. I am referring to a coffee shop. Lillian needs much more caffeine than usual on account of the late night that she had. So she is getting the biggest coffee that she can get, black coffee, because she doesn't get anything in her coffee. She's that weirdo.
So Rourke wanders into the coffee shop. He's wearing his usual suit. It's a little rumpled, looks like he just kind of threw it on in a hurry. He doesn't even like notice Lillian at first. He just goes up, orders his coffee, stands in line. And then as he turns around and goes to leave, he sees Lillian just kind of, has that expression, and then walks over to see her.
Currently, she's sitting at a table, and it looks like she's making a design or something. She's just kind of doodling a bit. It's not a very good doodle on account of her not having expression, but it's certainly getting the job done for her.
He just walks up, kind of says kind of quietly, "Hey, Lillian, do you mind if I join you?"
Yes, that is perfectly fine with me. Hello.
He just sinks into the chair opposite her and goes, "This design, I like it. What are you basing it on?"
I started watching those new Marvel shows that just came out. Well, okay, they didn't just come out. They're new to me, though. It's a Roar can see it's a jacket. It's a leather jacket. And it's more like the jacket that Jessica Jones wears. It's not the one that fucking Danny Rand wears. Calm down.
I could tell that when you said it was a jacket. He just looks at it and says, "So are you making this to sell or just out of curiosity? Just to test your own skill, I suppose?"
In more ways than one.
And he tilts his head to the side.
I need to get better at being spooky. So I need to approach it the way that I know how to do it. Figured this jacket would, help with that. Also, it would look bitchin'. So, yeah.
Okay. It's a good style, he says as he kind of just glances down at it, and he says, "But I think you can be plenty," he does air quotations, "scary without it."
I guess. I suppose that it was never really a forte for me, It's, yeah.
Yes, can I have a venti caramel macchiato, 1 tall hot chocolate, 3 muffins, 3 pumpkin spice muffins, 2 chocolate chunk brownies, and is that panini fresh? Did you make it today? Yes, I'll have 2 of those. Yes, this is all for me, and thank you. And Charlemagne will just hand the money over and then just sort of wait
Okay.
for his rather large order.
The woman in the McDonald's ads, not in the ads, in the meme, McDonald's memes, that's hella stingy with the sauce. She's just holding out her hand like the fuck.
Yeah.
That's the barista that took your order. Where you was like, yeah, that's it. This is all for me. Also, thank you. Also, didn't even wait for the answer on the paninis. So she's just like, all right. She's not necessarily mad. She's just confused.
All right. So while Charlemagne's picking up his order, Anthony's gonna go get his pizza. Just assume he's getting like his shit ton of order, and he's gonna look for like a place to sit.
Sounds good. So Rourke he like kind of just glances over, raises an eyebrow at Charlemagne's order, and then looks back to Lillian and says, "So, what were your thoughts about last night? I'm curious."
Oh, she'll set her little pencil down. And she kind of sits back, pushing her glasses up. And she'll say, I think I'm not entirely sold that she's 100% a threat yet. At least not yet.
She did have the chance to attack us, and she did not directly attack us, so I can see where you're coming from with that.
Yeah. On top of that, well, the fall, autumn didn't help us when we were looking into her and trying to learn things. I'm starting to know that feeling. I don't think that she's, well, loyal. If you catch my drift.
He nods. It could be that she is he kind of thinks for a second, freebooter, so to speak.
Possibly.
But the magic she was using was interesting. And he kind of lowers his voice when he says that. Although I don't imagine many people are trying to edge over by their table, given, like, him. Oh. He just continues. I do think that it's definitely something we have to continue looking into, though.
You're right. That's why I at least heeded Charlemagne's order and informed some of the other. I at least informed Desmond. He's going to be looking into things too. And myself and Belle have a few ideas on how to proceed as well. I think Belle's going to use some trick to understand a bit more about the businessman we spoke to. And I have my own trick to learn a bit more about him too.
Do you have any other avenues to explore if these tricks turn out fruitless?
Unfortunately, no. Not on my end.
He appears to be thinking, takes a sip from his coffee, sets it down. It might be possible to track her through the way that she left, but it would be very difficult. It would be more a job for our monarch.
The issue with that is she's potent. I'm not sure exactly how much. And I'm not sure how she stacks up to Cage. Not only that, where she was. I don't doubt Cage's abilities, but I imagine he would have a bit of a time trying to get a scent that's already faded so much.
Possibly. There is the option of going to the market.
That's the route. That's at least Desmond is indirectly looking through it. He has an intermediary he's going to speak to about this. Although if you want to do something a bit more direct, well, if I remember right, your spot has a good place to get to the market.
That is true. However, I am not the most experienced with the market. We'd have to find someone who is a bit more experienced in that area to go with us.
Right, that was the other problem I brought up. I don't really know of anybody skilled in navigating that market. We would definitely need a specialist for that.
You know, I didn't think so much of my life would be dictated by needing lawyers. And he just takes a big sip from his coffee.
Sam?
Do you have any goals or anything while you're in the city? Any things that you're working towards in particular?
Right now, my biggest one is, well, scaring somebody.
He nods. That's definitely good to practice.
So as a camera pan over to the front, this blonde hair, blue-eyed head cheerleader that definitively looks over 18. I'm talking about college cheerleaders, not high school cheerleaders. Fuck out of here, COC. COC is my shield. She like looks at the name on all the cups and she'll call out, Charles Magny?
Hey, Charlemagne, feel sad.
Oh, sorry. Here you go.
He'll get all of his food. Thank you, darling. And Charlemagne's eyes will sort of like glance around, looking for an empty table. I guess he'll see Rook and Lillian at a table.
Yep. Oh,
A mouthful
yep.
of a muffin. Hi, God.
Oh, hello.
Rourke inclines his head respectfully and says, "Hello."
Hello, bro.
Lillian will follow suit because she has no idea how to navigate the situation.
Can I sit down?
Of course. Just grabs like a chair from a nearby table and sets it down at their table.
He sits it down. Big caramel macchiato with like extra whipped cream and caramel sauce. So extra.
Looks at her black coffee. Makes up with that.
How was your day, guys?
Well,
Woman's great.
considering I woke up and he kind of checks his watch an hour ago, it's going pretty well.
Lucky. I had an early day. This is my 7th cup.
Cheers to that. This is their breakfast.
Lillian just doesn't say anything.
I know we don't have to eat, but food is just so good.
I mean, that is certainly a very true statement.
You want brownie?
Yes.
This double chocolate chunk. Answer brownie.
Okay, thank you.
Rourke is watching like Lillian interact with Charlemagne with just a big old grin on his face that he's hiding behind one very long sip of coffee.
This is literally character foils.
Sets his coffee down. So how are you doing today, Charlemagne? I presume pretty well from your very upbeat attitude.
Takes another bite of his panini, literally shoveling food down his face. He looks like a 5-year-old, the way he's eating. And other people were just like, ew, that's fucking gross. Other people was just like, oh, he's like 5. It's like he just figured out how to eat. Like, because he's cute, pulls it off. And you ever notice that like really happy expression when somebody gets some really good food?
Mm-hmm.
He like closes his eyes when he eats. It's just hilarious.
Oh,
And yeah, so I'm going okay. I called. It was fun, and I did some like important spring stuff. I met with my friend Penelope. She gave me a piece of candy, and I'm here now for third breakfast.
just stops eating mid-round because she doesn't know what candy means. Is still trying to figure out what piece of candy means. She's just going to assume drugs and just keeps fighting the brownie.
And does she have like that vacant expression that's on your like overlay right now? What the hell did he just say?
Yeah, that face is pretty on point.
It's like it's kind of you know how, and he'll pull out like I have like snacks, so like you see like Skittles, kind of puts the Skittles back. That's for afternoon snack break.
Isn't it night at that point?
Oh, I don't like sleeping much.
I mean, same. Holds up coffee.
There's morning breakfast. There's breakfast, second breakfast, third breakfast, brunch, lunch, mid-afternoon snack, snack, dinner, and then midnight snack. Holds up like 9 fingers.
Isn't that all the meals in the Lord of the Rings books?
Shut up. He just says like, hey, I think it's cool.
I mean, you're not wrong. It is. I just wanted to make sure that's what you were referencing.
Oh, this is just I like to eat. And I realized I eat like a hobbit, so it's fine. Closes his eyes again, eating the paninis. So good. I should learn how to cook as much as I like to eat. Mm. Um, um, What did you do today, Rook, after you got up? Um, 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 um.
Well,
Well, I'm not sure who you were speaking to. I'm sorry.
Doesn't matter. Shove something else in his mouth.
Lillian finds an opportunity to drink coffee.
Rourke just kind of sets his coffee down. He just has like a half smile on his face. He's just waiting for Lillian to finish her coffee to let her speak first.
This is a long ass drink of coffee, dog.
He's waiting.
Damn. Just gonna say Charlemagne's oblivious because he's eating now.
Oh, so Charlemagne's just eating, and then the two autumn courtiers are just like staring at each other while Lillian's sipping down coffee.
No.
Soon Lillian finishes the damn coffee, fucking mad, and fucking just the salt is real. Salt is very real. This is a salty spider, and she says, "Well."
And he'll look at you and just sort of like, with like whipped cream like on his nose. He'll like smile.
What?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you don't have to. But you should be happy.
I mean, I am in a good mood.
And he'll finish like wolfing. He's like wolfing down food, and there he goes again in that foodie trance. He'll look down, start shoveling food.
But she'll just continue on and say, but I basically I was doing finishing touches for the upcoming show at the theater. Costumes just needed some last minute touch ups and all.
You do costume?
Yeah, it's just what I do during the day and such.
It's so cool, it's so crafty.
She'll wiggle her hands. Say, I'm okay.
But what do you do? Kitty cat? No.
I run the safe storage solutions building.
Oh,
Profitable.
money. I like money. Money buys food.
Money is useful, yes. He just smiles and goes back to take another sip of his coffee.
What kind of rocket is it going to be, William?
I beg your pardon?
What type of jacket is it going to be, Lillian?
Oh, sorry?
He'll swallow hard, inhaling, breathing for like once. What kind of jacket is it going to be?
Oh, probably just, probably like some kind of like jacket vest or something, something cute.
Oh, so cool. Is it going to be a cute jacket?
Not really. The cuteness is kind of secondary.
You see him like kind of like frown a little bit. Why is it not cute?
It's kind of meant to be a little on the spooky side.
spooky is scary.
Scary.
I guess. Why you want to be scary?
Autumn Mantle just stares at other Autumn Mantle. Is unsure of whether that was a joke or if he was serious.
You see him smiling like a big kid. You can tell that he gets it, but he's just being goofy.
She'll
Get humor
okay.
too.
She'll notice that, and she'll kind of she'll. It's gonna take her a minute to get it because she's bad at sarcasm. She's bad at talking. She'll go. Oh, but yeah, it's kind of like it's a badge of honor around here. You know how being thick AF is cool over in the spring.
It really isn't, but okay.
Oh,
I can make bad stereotypes too.
I'm sorry. Doing lines of white lightning is a badge of honor?
Not all of us are cokeheads, Lillian.
Okay.
Rourke's eyes are just getting big, and he's watching this like, oh no.
She thinks hard on the third one because she's had 2 strikes. You know how when someone has a really expensive thing, that's a badge of honor, like the club?
He looks. He follows hard.
This is the face of a woman that just doesn't understand. She probably will never understand.
Charlemagne being the person that he is, lets her off the hook. Spring is about passion, not necessarily about doing illicit things.
Oh,
I mean, you can do that. That's fine, but not everybody does that.
okay. What is it then? It was always the season that I obviously have misunderstood the most.
Spring is being really. It's about new beginnings. It's about being fresh, something. It's a deep feeling of passion and being really excited about things and being very. Have you ever felt really connected to something?
Yes.
It was one of the best feelings that you could ever get. Well, people in spring like to wrap ourselves in those feelings. And those feelings
That
could be luxury, it could be drugs, it could be helping people, it could be a lot of things. But saying that, we're all about sex and drugs is not exactly right.
then I'll correct myself.
Like, Autumn, I'm sure, isn't all about being spooky and terrorizing people. I'm sure there's more to it than that.
It's a good 40%.
Well, mean, stereotypes are silly, in my opinion. But I'm sure that being spooky ooky is definitely important. Fear, but fear can be different. So much so that people rally behind it. He'll just smile, continue eating, noticing that the Bill almost Goku style feast in front of him is diminishing.
He's at this point just quietly watching, like his eyes are flicking back and forth between Charlemagne and Lillian, like with interest.
But yeah.
So I imagine. Oh, and he kind of said, "Sorry, you continue."
Go ahead. Shove something else in his mouth.
I was just going to say, I imagine last night was rather frustrating for you.
Yeah.
Lily and I. Sorry, out of character.
I was mostly scared for everyone else. I didn't know what was happening. So sort of did what needed to be done. It was it was a little kooky and reckless, but sometimes when you care about something, you just do reckless things, yeah?
He nods. Lillian and I were discussing some plans and courses of action that we were planning on taking in dealing with that situation and the person involved. We were thinking of taking a trip to the market.
Oh. He'll clap his hands. Shopping! I love shopping. What are you gonna get?
Well, we were hoping to bargain for information, as far as I know, but I don't know. I'm not very good with the market. It's too unfamiliar territory, I would say.
I could ask the Summer Queen. She's a real good friend of mine. She's pretty.
He nods. Does she have much experience with the goblin market? I must admit I've not spoken with her much.
She might. I could ask. She knows lots of things. She knows how to hurt people. It's cool.
In my experience, hurting people is easy. It's putting them back together after that's hard.
Mm. It's rough, but it can be cool. Sort of making something new and starting all over again. I like it. I like the idea of it. I love it. The concept of second chances. I mean, look at us. We have second chances. We're living them.
Yes. And I I, for one, intend not to waste my second chance.
Lillian, do you know anyone?
Unfortunately, no.
We could. My other thought was to ask the Autumn Monarch, but I haven't seen him in a while, so.
It's definitely a good idea.
It is his area of expertise, after all.
Maybe ask around. The more people we get to go, the more information we could get. Maybe if we ask the pretty lady, Bella, she looks like she knows people.
And she did do very well last night at gathering information. He appears to be thinking as he takes another sip from his coffee. Could. One of my worries is if we take too many people to the market, that will be leaving the freehold open, vulnerable. I don't think that the woman last night was necessarily hostile, but I think it's a definite possibility.
He smiles. I'll be right back.
He nods. What about you, Lilia? What do you think of taking too many people to the market?
Did you ever play Mass Effect?
He kind of half chuckles. I'm afraid that was a little after my time.
Right. There was a quote in one of the games. You can't send a fleet to catch one man. Though, in this case, you may not need to send, the entirety of the freehold to find somebody. Though I think the people that we have right now is certainly a decent number.
I don't think we should send any more than 4 or 5, really. Too many in the market would become a danger.
I'm not sure what what kind of adverse effect to having more than that many would have in the market. So
Easier to become distracted with a larger number of people. And distractions lead to separation, and separation of a group in a dangerous place like that is never good.
all right.
Other than that, though, I don't think there's too much pressing matters to be dealt for planning to be dealt with, at least be done.
Oh, what was that you said? I couldn't catch that.
He said, other than that, I don't think there's too much going on for planning to be done.
Right. I mean, if none of our ideas pan out at that point, I would think the only thing that we could do is wait for it to make another move.
We could. Another option would be to attempt to draw her out. Would be dangerous, though.
It would depend on what she wants, though.
Well, we know she wanted to speak with the businessman. I don't necessarily think she was actually there to buy records. I think that was a front cover story.
What do you think she was looking for?
I don't know. It's possible that maybe he has something in his collection that even he doesn't know the true worth of, that he doesn't realize is... He kind of looks around for us, says anything magical?
There is one trick I have that can help.
Oh?
It would depend on how risky we want to be. And it's not something I use too often. It's something I picked up. I can shapeshift into him if you like.
We have her email. We'd have to come up with a plausible reason for why he wouldn't be using the original email in the transactions. But I believe we could probably frame it as being afraid after what happened at the last meeting. And we could get in contact with her, arrange a meeting. The problem with that is then we have to worry about him stumbling in on it, so to speak. If he even sends her a single email in between, the plan's ruined.
What about Brendan Looms?
I'm sorry? I don't recognize that name.
He is Autumn Court. Important guy.
Interesting. That definitely could help.
I think it might be a good idea to just sort of start asking around our group of friends and seeing what they know
Mm-hmm.
before going to
Extremes.
yeah. Oh, it was my club, so it's not really. It kind of rolls his eyes a bit, but I'm sort of taking care of that on my end, so there's no repeat circumstances.
Of course. But I do think we've got several solid courses of action we can take. It's just a matter at this point of deciding which one gives us the best chance of success.
If we go to the goblin market, they're going to want something. Nothing's for free.
Of course.
However, if we go to the people in our courts, they may be more willing to help
Mm-hmm.
for the betterment since it directly affects all of us. It's the unknown factor that's troublesome.
Agreed. And there's just I feel like we need too much information to make anything meaningful happen with this. I don't know. Hmm. There's something that occurred to me. She was very blatant, I'll say. What if she was trying to warn us about something?
Why would she run?
Maybe she didn't want to be implicated in it. Maybe she's working for some organization that she disagrees with, but it can't leave, so to speak.
Well, all of those things could have been easily explained and didn't have to result in someone fleeing for their lives, using contracts and the like. He says under his breath.
Hmm. This is true, but I don't know. It just seems weird that she would be so blatant and then expect not to be caught.
I think she thought that either one, she could get away with it, or two, she thought that she was trying to be sneaky,
Hmm.
hiding in plain sight.
That would make sense.
And what a
Really?
better place to hide than my club, since everybody comes and goes from there.
Of course. Do you have any thoughts on the situation, Lillian?
Oh, she leans forward, Steve. Pulls her fingers aside. I think that there are many reasons to run. I'm not sure running is an admission of hostility. Perhaps maybe she was forbidden to interact, which is a possibility. As admittedly disrespectful as she was, I actually tried to use a trick on her. And she was very strong, to say the least. She wanted to hurt us. It was well within her capabilities to do so.
I don't know how much you could see while we were in the hedge, but she easily avoided Charlemagne's attacks. They went right through her.
A lot of contracts could do that, but
it does make capturing her quite a bit more difficult, though. We'd need iron.
that's a bit excessive. We don't even know if she's an enemy yet.
Which is why I haven't suggested actively going out and getting any yet.
But plus points for the scary aspect. Drinks.
He has like a half smile when she says when Charlemagne says that. I'm just saying it's a possibility that we may have to use it if all else fails, but I agree it should be a last resort. And he says, "Would you excuse me for a moment? Bathroom, because I'll be right back."
As he walks again, Charlemagne looks at Rook like a piece of chocolate. He'll drool a bit. Laugh. So, Lillian.
Yes?
You seem very, I don't know. You like people?
Yes. Very much.
I don't know. You seem a little, I don't know, introverted. As he kind of puts his his hand on his cheek, kind of looks at you in a half dreamy expression.
Well, that's just because I am. It's not indicative of my, lack of caring or lack of liking towards people.
Mm-hmm. They're just your own special kind of you, I guess. I guess it's a little weird to see something. I guess I'm just used to people being so extroverted, around me at least, and you're so not. It's a little liberating to see differences, I think.
She'll smile and say, well, thank you. I'm glad that I liberated you.
Mm-hmm. He'll think about the word choice and he'll just shake his head, yeah.
Yeah, Lillian realized at the moment she said it.
So once you figure out this jacket, what's the next step?
Do my duty to my court, or at least start on it.
Mm. It's always really inspiring to see devotion on people.
Well, thank you.
hmm So have you met anyone else or spoken to someone like us? I love meeting people.
Oh, well, I think many of the people I know you already know.
Mm. Mm. I guess I should start exploring a bit. I've never been out of Austin. Hmm. Granted, um, hmm, all of this is really different. I mean, cars, they're kind of cool, aren't they? I was more used to seeing, horses and things, but this is really cool. Everything's just so new.
Yeah, I shall nod. And so I didn't know you were from that far back.
He laughs again. How old do you think I am? I know I act like I'm
Um,
7, but like,
you'll say I would not dare to even guess that number.
Rourke comes back at this point and sits down. Discussing ages, I see.
no, I just act like a perpetual 7-year-old. It's fun. It works for me.
I'll admit the phones are the weirdest part for me.
Right? So odd.
Cars are nice though. Horses start to smell after a while, and ugh. I lived in London. The streets were atrocious.
They weren't calling them, what was that? Um, hmm. Everything was so simple. Cars were, I don't think cars were a thing back then. Nope, they weren't. People walked everywhere, and you had to talk a lot.
That is one nice thing about the modern age. You can be a lot more antisocial.
I like being antisocial. It's sort of kind of sticks out his tongue. You.
Sometimes it's nice to be by yourself.
Yeah, for like a little bit, but then it gets like odd.
He smiles. I guess I can see your point.
But one thing before you walked away, Charlemagne was sort of looking at you with half of this like dreamy expression. Sort of the way he looks at food, and then you walked off. I'm pretty sure Lillian caught it, but she was being Lillian.
Oh dear. Here we
Oh,
go.
Was someone being looked at a certain way?
Yes. Fine. I thought you caught that because that's what Charlemagne was sort of looking at you with a half dreamy expression. Because he thought he was being obvious, but I guess people missed it. Never mind.
When I am Lillian, Ias is Lillian.
So, what do you guys do for fun?
Hang out in cemeteries, that sort of thing. It's an autumn thing.
Charlemagne puts an L in front of his head. Who's like fun? Like, I mean, I'm not to say that. Actually, a friend of mine was telling me that social gatherings, people used to eat picnics in cemeteries. It was used to be a social function of the year. Mostly because of the architecture. But people sort of moved away from that and sort of settled on parks. I guess it was a morbid atmosphere.
I don't really see being in a cemetery as morbid. It's more reminds you that you have something to live for.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I'd rather not eat my turkey sandwich under, next to somebody's bubby. It's a little odd. I guess the forest and like the scenery can be nice, but you can just achieve the same thing on the beach or in a park.
Well, me, I I definitely need to get into the music scene in Austin. But back before, when I was in California, I dug punk and metal shows.
Rourke's eyebrows go up, looking at Lillian.
It's the music I like. Oh, we'll shrug.
Did Lillian say death metal?
No, punk and metal. She didn't say death
Oh.
specifically.
I was about to say that's intense. Punk and metal. That's intense.
I definitely need to find one of those shows here. Since right now, my main hobbies are reading and making costumes. That's not even a hobby, that's my job. So, yeah.
Do you want to do a theme night at my club?
I mean, like, I definitely could not throw something like that. And I'm not sure how well received it would be by everybody else.
He kind of waves his fans. Don't let me worry about that. Just bring the clothes and you.
Oh, okay.
If you would like my opinion, I think Bella would make an excellent model.
You could ask her. He'll
Of
kind of
course.
smirk, drool a little bit, them die stuff. That's rude. Laugh again. She's really pretty though.
Yee. I do hope she's okay with that, though.
We'd have to ask, wouldn't we?
I just don't know how she deals with the attention. I'm not sure how okay she is with it. I think a lot of people kind of just stop when they see how beautiful she is.
I think that's more behind that. I think she's just used to people just looking at the surface. Kind of like you, I guess.
I mean, like, I'm definitely not her. I'm just, you know, spider nerd doing spider nerd things.
No, what I'm saying, Lillian, is that you're really pretty when you're not being. You're so worried about, being awkward. You laugh.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
Do I have to break the spider.exe? He smiles. He starts waving his finger around your nose. You get the distinct expression that he's about to boop you.
She don't know that shit. Booping is good. She wasn't there for booping.
We're about to. You were there for booping. I broke you the first time.
Oh, right. She might have known that was fine. That was an accident. Right? That was a weird thing he did.
Oh. And he'll just continue talking and just, out of nowhere, boop.
Kind of just tilt her head like a dog tilts their head when their human does something hella weird.
But again, noticing that you didn't break this time. It's weird. You sort of kind of just stared at me blankly, but it was a different kind of blank. Kind of stopped moving. It's just a thing that I do. I boop everybody.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay. Awesome.
Rourke's watching all this with his that half smile on his face.
Do you think you can run from the boop too? He waves his finger in front of your nose.
He just raises his eyebrow.
And he'll go in the boop you. It's very slow.
He just sits perfectly still. His eyes quite like a cat's, just tracking the finger going towards his nose.
Oh. He's going to boop you if you don't stop it.
He's just going to sit there and watch.
Go to boop you.
He just blinks with his glowing cat eyes.
Boop. Booped your nose.
And then just his head tilts slowly to the left. That was interesting.
Yeah. And just like that, Charlemagne will sort of hit the table. Bored. Let's do something.
Like what?
I don't know. Something.
Looks at Lillian.
All my things involve death metal and spider stuff.
All right, let's go death metal concert.
Oh, okay.
I'm okay with this.
It's really loud, though. I hope you two are okay with that.
I work at a club. Let's go. Stop making excuses. Let's go, Lily. Grabs you by the hand, runs out the door.
Oh, God, okay.
Rourke will get up and follow at a slower pace.
If there's anything else anyone wants to do, you're going to get a very overly enthusiastic king dragging a petrified Lily into a metal concert.
At which point, she gets hype as fuck. It's about the only time she gets hype as fuck.
I think it's a good place to end the scene, just with them going off to the concert. Oh, if you guys are good with that.
Yeah.
Tim?
I'm cool with it.
All right. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, future watchers, for watching. And remember, spiders love death metal.